guys. Infamous 2. I can't say that I am incredibly excited about this game just because of the fact that I'm concerned about what they're doing to Cole, who is the main character for those who haven't played. At the E3 showing of the trailer for this game, it pretty much seemed like they had just pumped him full of estrogen and let him loose in the game. And it put a lot of people up in arms over that. I mean, going from the first game and he was just so manly and gruff and everything, and it really, he has like a kind of, not saying anything about the guy who was doing his voice, at least for this trailer, because I'm told they got somebody different now. Kind of a girly voice, full head of hair, no facial hair. He had some little muscle tee on with tattoos and shit, and it was just not, it was not what we saw in the first game. And since the PAX trailer that they put out, they've changed it so that he's back to having no hair and not so many tattoos, and I've read that they got somebody different doing his voice, but I haven't heard it yet. But it's still being put out by Sucker Punch. I think there's trying to cause some hype about the game before it comes out. Maybe, I'm not sure. But this one we're leaving Empire City, and we're moving on to New Marais, which is a New Orleans-based city, actually, and completely resembles New Orleans. If you've seen any of the trailers, then it's obvious that it's based off of New Orleans. And one of the things that I really like about this is that they've really improved the melee system, where you can actually use melee weapons, like a electrically charged cattle prod, a sword. Like it's insanely crazy the different stuff you can do with the melee, and I'm really excited to see more of it. And if you can, go and check out some of the gameplay, see it for yourself if you don't believe me. I know the melee really pissed me off in the first game, so I'm glad that they've made some serious improvements to it. Another thing that I'm not sure about, though, is that if you've seen the trailer from E3, then you notice that Cole gets a new power of ice, which is strange to me. I'm not really sure how they're going to twist that one and make it to where he's actually able to use ice going from electricity. But I know the whole point of this game is him amping up his powers to fight some big baddie, like most of these games usually are. So the explanations that I've seen from it, I can't really see how it's going to work, and I'm hoping they explain it better in game, how he's able to actually use ice. I heard rumors too that there was going to be some use of fire, which I can see coming from the electricity. Anybody who's watched Full Metal Alchemist and seen Roy Mustang knows how electricity goes to fire, and some people can figure it out for themselves anyway. And read too that possibly if they do both the fire and ice, that it's going to be based on your karma alignment. So ice being the good side and fire being the bad side. Speaking of which, they are you're going to be able to import your save data from the first Infamous to use it in the second one, for those of you who spent time actually working to have your karma alignment seriously good or seriously evil, so you don't have to start all over from scratch again. And you'll be able to keep all your powers from the first game, so unlike Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, we don't have to completely start from scratch again. Zeke is going to be back in this one, so we get to see our lovable little Zeke running around with us again. I really think, though, that it's important, if you're thinking of getting this game, that you play the first one. Because for those of you who have played the first one, you can back me up on this one, that people coming in on the second one, blind, deaf, and dumb, are going to continue to be blind, deaf, and dumb for most of the game. Because I really don't think there's going to be a way for them to explain everything that happened in the first game in one opening movie. So I suggest that rent it because it really doesn't take that long to beat if you can, and go through it so you can get the storyline out of it, because I will say the ending of the first one was a serious mindfuck, and you're just not going to get the impact of that just picking up the second one. So I think that's really all I could find on Infamous 2. I'm really hoping that they'll find someone who is closer to Cole's voice from the first game, because the guy that they had in the E3 trailer was absolutely terrible. That was absolutely not Cole in that trailer. So I'm hoping they find some way to fix that before the game actually comes out. That's really my only gripe with it, though. I'm still sure that the game itself is going to be absolutely amazing, like the first one was. So that's all that we'll find on it. When some more stuff happens, I will be sure to let you guys know. So until then, bye guys.